All right, y'all. So I was talking throughout this entire video, had the mic on, everything ready to do the ones and twos, and forgot to turn the mic on. So, egg in my face. Here we go. I'm going to take you through a few minutes of what doing some planty chores looks like. In this video, it'll be all Hoya. These are all the Hoya that are on my top shelf in my plant office. Here I am trellising my Sulawesiana. She is definitely ready for one. Girl is popping off. Look at those big, beautiful leaves. The texture on them is mwah, chef's kiss. Love them, love them, love them. She's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into some of these planty chores. Pretty Sulawesiana showing off that new leaf. She's definitely thriving. She's one who suffered during my move, but made a very fast bounce back. Now, let's go ahead and let's go to my shelf where you'll see me grab all my Hoya from that shelf specifically. Here are some of my tools that I use every time I'm messing with my Hoya because I never know if I'll have to re-trellis, pin, snip off some dry tendrils. You just never know when you're doing Hoya care, so I like to keep my little swirly makeup organizer right near me. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a peek at how the shelf's looking. Okay, now here is my Patcharawalai seedling. This stunner literally is gorgeous. Wait till you see the leaves, like right here. Bro, come on. The leaves are gorgeous. They're freaking gorgeous. She's definitely happy in my care. Has already given me a new leaf. For sure, I'm noticing when she's thirsty, but it's not, not a wrinkly noticing. It's not like it's being neglected entirely. But I am happy to report that she is happy in my care, which is the best as a Hoya mommy. Next up is my Pachyclada Albo. This one again, another stunner. It for sure needs its own post though, because two of its leaves legit are only there because of Southside's Kiki paste. And literally the whole center of that leaf or that plant is there because of them. This baby did not travel too great in the winter, but she's for sure proven herself with that growth and some Kiki paste magic. So I'll be sure to discuss that in more details when she gets her own posts. Next up is the Loei province. Pretty sure I'm butchering that. But another happy growing baby. She's given me about 2 new leaves already in my care. Super pretty. Love the splash on her. Also, if you didn't already know, those are beneficials. I do have Californicus mites on my plant from DMV Beneficials. They have been the best for preventative. I definitely suspected that I had some flat mites in my collection. And yeah, no, with 420 plus plants, it's impossible to treat everyone. So I was like, screw it, we're going to bring some bugs in the house. And that's exactly what I did. And so far, I can definitely say it's the best decision I could have made. This is my Hoya Singapore. For sure, one of my favorites right now. I love staring at her. When I ordered her, I wasn't too sure if she was going to be a thin leaf Hoya or not. She definitely hovers between thin leaf and that thick waxy leaf Hoya. But her leaves are just gorgeous. Every single one she's put in my care has been stunning. And I definitely feel she grabs my attention more than my others. But for sure, top 3 Hoya right now in my collection. And one thing I can definitely say for sure is that she's constantly putting out new growth. I believe she has 8 growth points right now that she has going on. Not really sure if you can see that. There's 2, 4, and And because of how freaking long this tendril is, 6, and I doubt you're going to get the 8, but you get the gist. She's a happy baby. Next up is my Incrassata Moonshadow. This one I've had for a few years now, and she's done nothing but grow. Her leaves are so funky. I love the droopy shape that they give. They cup, which is a little interesting. But the color is just so freaking pretty to me. Definitely, again, a favorite. Once upon a time, she was the top 3, but, you know, naturally, Hoyas are Hoyas, and you're never gonna stop falling in love with another one from day to day. But Incrassata Moonshadow has definitely been a favorite of mine for a while. You want to see someone get super excited when they see their Hoyas pushing out so many leaves? Yeah, check out that face. I was in disbelief with the fact that I have had this plant in my care for 2 weeks, almost 3 max. It's an Australis Lisa, and she has given me 6 gorgeous leaves back to back in that little bit of time. She is still to me, she's underrated. This OG is one of my fave Hoya because look at those leaves. I mean, come on, they're freaking artwork on a plant. Like, it's stunning. It's so stunning. Next up is my Hoya Viola. I cannot lie, this one is also a new one in my collection, but she is speechless. The leaves are just so beautiful and big. Like, the pictures did her no justice. I can't get over how big she is, and the growth on her is fast. Putting out 2 leaves in my care, and she is just super happy. That right there is a dry tendril, so naturally I'm going to go right in and I'm going to cut that baby off. I don't like dry tendrils being left on my plants, and snipping them encourages more growth. So naturally, that is exactly what I'm going to do, but just admire them leaves. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. So yep, just a quick little snippety snip right there. See if it promotes some growth in this baby. Yeah, because once they're dry, nothing's going to happen to them. They're just going to stay dry and stay there. But yeah, she's for sure one of my faves to see grow in my collection. It's really annoying because I always say it's a fave in my collection, but when it comes to Hoya, I truthfully have like 10 to 15 that are, you know, top. She's definitely made the cut in that 15. You'll for sure see a lot more of them as I go through my collection, but up next is a refill. Always keep gallons of water in a normal gallon container. I have like 8 that are always just ready to go, and I always keep my 8 gallons of my 8 gallons to pour into the water, to pour into the plants, ready to go as well, so that I'm never out here just stuck having to wait. I do use tap water, and I use tap water conditioner from Southside. I put my sea kelp from Grow Queen, my Dynagrow Super Thrive, and I also use microbe lights, Nat Drops. Everything that I'm discussing you can find in my Amazon or my Linktree. Next up is a no ID baddie. I'm sure I'll be able to figure out what she is when I post this video. I'm 100% positive you'll have a name on the screen. But yeah. She's one of my freckle cuties, definitely a fast grower. That little cluster that she has right there just happened within the last 2 months. It was just spitfire with some new growth. So trellising her is definitely scary. I mean, trellising any Hoya is kind of scary because 1, you don't want to rip that tendril or rip a leaf. And then 2, you know, they always say you can bend easier depending on the color. So when it's like a deep reddish purple brown like this, it's a lot easier to trellis. When it's like that, I want to say like wood looking brown, it's definitely more likely to snap. That's just, you know, my opinion regarding Hoyas and trellising. I've done quite a lot, and when they're brown, I almost always snap it. And at that point, I just realize I need to not. So, you know, learn the hard way. Next up on the baddie train is my Hoya Noelle. That leaf is, I think, the second in my care, second biggest in my care, because she's definitely put out like 5 or 6 since she's been with me. And I mean, you can immediately tell. Look at the colors. There's always a difference when it's grown indoors compared to like where the actual owner had it. I don't know. I've just always found that to be the case when it's nursery grown and homegrown or indoor grown. And I will for sure say these leaves are just getting bigger and bigger since they've come into my home. And that's super exciting. The Noelle is definitely one of my pretty big leaf babies that I got. I honestly think even the splashiest. Okay, let's see what's next. I think I had like 3 or 4 more left on the shelf at this point. So let's see. Oh, it's my compacta. Okay. Let's see what's about to go down. Okay, this looks like my old Minibelle. I had her when she was tiny. I want to say like 4 to 5 leaves on her. She's another one that grows pretty fast when given the right care. She suffered during my move. I moved in the winter, 7.5 months pregnant. And at that time, my collection was a lot smaller, like 315 plants. And she definitely is one who suffered. But it did take her like 3 to 4 months, and she gave me a really good bounce back, obviously, with all that growth that she's given. But I haven't seen as much splash as she had once upon a time. So I'm hoping that the splashiness will stay a little consistent like it has and not completely vanish, but who knows. This is my Nova Ghost, another one that struggled a little bit during the move, but a few months in, started popping off. Look at all that growth. She's just nonstop right now. Between the new leaves and what's going on in the tendrils, she's for sure happy again. Another one though, that colors, it's not really coming through, not really ghosting like it did. So I'm probably going to do a chop back, see if I can get some more color out of her, take some cuttings. Because I really did love the ghost color that she had once upon a time. And of course, the mother lover OG of Hoya, the compacta. Now, it is insanely obvious that this girl went from slim to thick, okay? And I want to 100% say a lot of that thick growth that she's getting has been from Grow Queen. Grow Queen has literally made all of my plants get like abnormally huge in the healthiest way, especially because I mean it's an organic product, and the fact that it can do that, it just speaks volumes. I don't even have to say much. But you know, Grow Queen's liquid sea kelp has for sure done its thing in my home. I'll make sure to show some of the plants where it was like a overnight difference. Obviously being super dramatic, but it was for sure a night and day difference with some of these plants after giving it some of that liquid sea kelp. So yeah, that'll be a next video. But that compacta has been obsessed with self-watering and sea kelp. Last one is the obvious Linearis. I don't even think I had to say her name because anyone who knows Hoya knows who she is. This baddie is actually my saved Linearis. I had a really full Linearis before my move, and she just did not make it between the cold and neglect. So this baby here was all cuttings like a quarter of the size. But she has definitely taken to the self-watering and pond. She was making me really nervous in the beginning. She wasn't too happy with the Hoya mix I had her in. And once I moved her over to pond, was legit like all she was ever asking for and wanting. Oh, those cards, lacewing larvae. Let me not forget to mention that as well. I do, again, use that for preventative. All in all, I hope you enjoyed this watering my top shelf Hoya with me. And next time, I'll be sure to make sure my mic is on. Bye.